What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going through the 86 plus Super Bowl past reroll. We're going to go through all the odds, and then also the cheapest training, how I'm getting training for this roll, as well as my post reroll process when it comes to getting as much coins back from the roll as possible. It's not wasting time. Hop right into it. The cheapest training, unfortunately, if you didn't pick up some training yesterday for about 4 per, you missed out a little bit because we did not get an odds boost, which is huge. But with that being said, training is up. It's pretty much, you can lazy sell at some insane prices. I'd still say the cheapest training, if you need to buy it right now to do the roll, would probably be the 92 overalls. Filter down the Super Bowl pass and then go position by position. I know there's a running back. I want to say there's a running back, left outside linebacker, cornerback. I don't know the fourth position for the 92 Super Bowl pass, but you could try to get some guys for like 45k. 92s are lazy selling for like 58, 59k, but if you filter down, you can get them to 45k. You could also try the 95 overall Super Bowl pass filter. I don't know how bad that is. You probably get some guys under 130, but I don't know the exact ratio for that overall with the training quick sell. But that's the cheapest training if you did not pick up some training yesterday for cheap. Now we're gonna hop into the reroll in the background. You're just gonna see some packs. I think I opened like 250k as training this morning, but in the background you're gonna see the packs. We're going to go through the odds of each overall, and these stats were pulled from Twitter from Trent. I'll put his Twitter in the description. He gets these polls and odds from pretty much a bunch of different YouTubers, mixed spreadsheet, and gives us the percentages. 86 overall is going to be 38%. Of course, that quick sells for 1030 training. The reroll, of course, 5,000 training per roll, so decently expensive. It's going to be around like mid 20s coin wise per roll. An 88 overall is coming in at 27%. It quick sells for 2180. So pretty much anytime you pull an 86 and 88, technically from a training value standpoint, you are losing. By the way, you see Marcus Allen on the back. If you want to know the animation when it comes to pulling, it's a 95 plus. You'll see some, I think it's like background lights of the animation. It's pretty cool. It's not crazy like different than just the normal animation, but it is what it is. 90 overall, 21%, and this will get you back all your training value if you were just to quick sell the player. So 90 overall is kind of that bare minimum you want to pull out of this roll. 21% isn't bad. Probably a little bit more when it comes down to like the stats from everyone like on Twitter. These rolls have been like meh for everyone. Personally, for me, they've been pretty good. Marcus Allen took me a little bit of training to get, but wasn't the worst. 92 overall is going to be 10%, and it quick sells for 7,000 training. Again, I don't know the other card. I know it's James White, Bruce Irvin, and Robert Alford. I can't tell you the fourth 92, but not too bad. Let me know, by the way, how your guys' rolls went. If you've rolled, if you haven't rolled, you're kind of waiting for an odds video. Well, here you go. 92 overall, 10%. Moving on now, this is where you really start to get in like the profit from when you get these rolls. 95 overall, 2.5%. That is very, very low, but you do pull a card that quick sells for 26,000 training points. It's almost 5 times the value of the pack. Marshawn Lynch, of course, on the screen. By the way, you cannot put the most feared Marshawn Lynch into the power up. He's only going to get Seattle and Buffalo Chem. A little bit underwhelming when it comes to Marshawn Lynch. Who knows? They might fix that and give him all chems, but that's the deal with the Marshawn Lynch. But 95 overall, 2.5%. And finally, you can't pull, by the way, the 97 Ronnie Lott or Larry Fitzgerald, but a 97 LTD is going to come in at 1.4%. So actually pretty similar to the 95. I believe I will say I pulled 2 95 plus cards, and I think it was 250 training. I think I actually made my training back on both rolls. I pulled 195 and then 197. I did pull. You saw the Marcus Allen, of course. Quick sells for 250k, but goes for a little bit more. So there are the odds breakdown when it comes to the pack. Again, let me know in the comments how your guys' pulls were, if you had some heat, if they were L's for you. But there's not like too much with the reroll. We've seen pretty much the same sort of like overall reroll from the past few promos. Playoff promo was very similar, being an 88 plus, but didn't have the upside of getting a 97 LTD. Well, you had the upside of a 97 LTD, but I want to say the heroes were 94 and not 95. Now we're gonna hop into the post reroll process, because whenever I talk about doing a reroll, if you're planning on doing rerolls, you need to have a process with the cards you pull. You gotta and I don't necessarily love quick selling, because with how odds work with if you quick sell everything you pull, over the long run you're eventually going to be losing. Now with the playoff reroll, we'd love to use the 90 overall playoff reroll, where required 2 88s and then an 85 overall random card. Well, for the Super Bowl sets, it's a little bit bugged right now. In the description, you'll see it says 2 88s and 186, but the actual set requires 2 88s and 2 86s. So That's what I would have been doing, and if they fix it, that's what I'd be doing with my 86 and 88 overalls. But now that we don't have that set anymore, like the playoff, we're gonna have to go and pretty much lazy sell every overall. Of course, you can keep the overalls and end up doing like the Ronnie Lott or Larry Fitzgerald set. I used some of my 95s and my 92s to get the Ronnie Lott set completed. But when it comes to, if you just want to get as many coins back as possible, 86 overall lazy sell prices right now, it looks to be, I'd say, about 8.5k. Remember, subject to change. When you watch this video, you're going to have to individually look up the lazy selling prices for each overall. This is when I'm recording. It's going to change really by the hour when it comes down to like how the market is, what the exact trading demand is, and all that stuff. 88 overall, it's a little better. It's a little up from when we did the playoff reroll. I would say about 13,000 coins right now looks to be the lazy sell price for an 88. Again, would have been beautiful. We could just put two 88s and 186. It would end up being around the, I'd say, like 32, 33k mark, which is, you're going to see 90 overall does sell for 33k, but it's just nice to have list one card instead of three. Just saves you some auction house space. But 90 overall, I'd say even you can get a little aggressive on this one. Looks like 34, maybe even 35,000 does sell. 33,000 you see is selling really fast. The trading demand is crazy. This is before monthly rewards hitting. We might get an odds boost tomorrow for legends. Don't know about that, but training has a crazy demand. If you were buying training for 4 per yesterday and you were lazy selling at these prices, you're making insane coins. 92 overalls, I know I've sold these guys for 58.6 consistently today. It's probably my most lazy sell cards I've been lazy selling is the 92 overalls for about 58, 59k. 94s, there's no 94s in the real, but it is about 115k for that lazy sell price. And 95 is probably the worst lazy sell price from any of the overalls in the reroll. It's like 140k, whereas if you individually look up a 95 overall Super Bowl pass card, they only go for like 130. So that's not great. That's probably the worst lazy sell price, again, out of any overall. But yeah, that's really it. 97 overalls. I'm surprised the LTDs are not going for that much. Marcus Allen and DeMarcus were both hovering right around 300,000 coins. Of course, Marcus Allen's power up is actually worth more than the LTD. I want to say it's going for about 350 to 400k right now, which is absolutely absurd for a power up. That's not going to be, it's really just +1 speed, right? There's no real, unlike Tim Tebow when his power up went for 500k, you were able to get Escape Artist and Gunslinger with that power up. Marcus Allen's power up doesn't add anything special except stat wise to the card. But there are your prices. Here a little bit proof of some kind of lazy sell price. At the 92s, 58.8 selling. The 90 overalls, 32. Probably should have listed for 34. And then I haven't listed the 88 overalls yet. But make sure, since I don't know when I'm going to be making my next video, it's going to be talking more about the market Super Bowl present investments. Sell off your failed like Super Bowl past investments like Plaxico Burst, Jim Kelly, those 93 overalls. They're lazy selling for about 75, 76k, which is profit from really where we bought them for as an investment. Ronnie Lott is up. Just kind of mentioning a couple of market things, but that's gonna be all for the video. Again, I'll have a video out a little bit later today talking about Super Bowl present investments, the market as a whole. Comment if you have any questions. Of course, like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new. Link to the Discord as always, it's in the description below. And until next time, peace.